night vision's on. Got the creepy alien eyes. Woo! Alright, so now, there we go, I can turn that off. And I'll turn my infrared batteries on. There we go. Okay. So, definitely know when you're walking in the dark, you're going to make some noise. So, alright, as I said before, we have the library here. You can see it much better in the night vision. There are some sounds and residual noises coming from the bar and such here, so I'm gonna not investigate so much down here. I'm gonna focus more on going upstairs so that we have less chances of any contamination. So here we go. One thing about this location, I've always had, this feeling of being watched here, which I can tell you is definite reason for suspicion, because the spirits here love to be entertained by us living people. So whatever we can do. Alright, we are upstairs. Alright, as you can see, quite a few flights of steps here. Alright, so behind me here, private, beware of dog. Alright, now it's kind of an inside joke. There is no dog here right now, not a living one, but the staff have reported several times of seeing a couple of different dogs around. I was talking to Glenn, one of the cooks tonight, and he showed me a picture of a dog that he did see, and it seemed to be a terrier type. So whether or not that was probably a type of dog that the family had owned, or maybe just something that happened while the asylum was running here. So let's go see what we can find. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, I always tend to like to invite myself and to let the spirits know that I'm coming in as a friend. This is a little cubby hole, which could be used for a lone visual as well. Don't know what it could have been used for. Alright, as you step off here to the left, this is the area that was known as Amelia's room. Now it was said that Amelia was a beautiful young girl, early teens, mid-teens, and something had happened. There's actually some rumors that she had been caught in a fire up in the tower, but I've talked to a couple of different people and the mediums, and we don't have any claims that validate that. We don't have any evidence that can clearly state that that happened. So we did set up a camera just over here in the corner last time we were here, and hold on. Hello? Is that you, Amelia? I'm here as a friend right now, okay? I mean you no harm. You're welcome to interact with me. Just be friendly, okay? Hey, I gotta do that. I don't want anything to be going crazy on me. As I was saying, our medium, Michelle Hare, I was talking to her just a couple nights ago. She actually had a vision. She woke up. She doesn't know much about the place. She knows just about as much as we did when we first started. And she had a vision of a young girl. There's a window over here. Whether or not this was the window or maybe from the roof, a girl falling to her death here. It also showed some garments, undergarments in her vision, so she may have either been abused or maybe there was some kind of an affair. I don't know, but there's not, again, much documentation about the family themselves in those days, and of course their private lives. We wouldn't have known any of that. Never know as well. This was an asylum, and then it later became a nursing home for the mentally ill, and the women stayed here with children as well. So there's several stories, but that's why it's really kind of a puzzle that we want to put together. It's a challenge, and Serious Paranormal Investigations is all about a challenge. We're U.S. military, along with the British talent that we've gotten to join the team with us, and we're always up for taking on whatever the strange paranormal events. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to get a couple pieces of equipment. Most of you guys, I'm sure, have worked with some of this equipment. If not, come to one of our investigations. We're starting to show. We're going to start doing some workshops and help show people how to actually get in touch with the paranormal. So I brought a K2 meter. Some of you may have used them before. All right, basically it's just going to read the EMF. I've already turned all the things off in the building. I even went ahead and turned the Wi-Fi off so that the Wi-Fi wasn't going to interfere, because you can pick that up as well. Also, a good thing to note is if you do have a cell phone, you need to turn it off during investigations, because cell phones can affect this. And some people do try to trick that. Use the cell phones. We've caught people in the past doing things like that. So believe me, you don't need to do any tricks. If you're in an area that has enough activity and the spirits are there and they want to communicate, you'll find them, okay? Which this is definitely one of those places. So I'm going to place, I'm probably going to go ahead and place this in the window here. Is that you? It's also been said that there was a spirit could be here. I heard one of the past resident paranormal investigators here said that there could be a Charlie as well here. Again, don't have that documented. We are getting some of the paperwork together, so we'll be able to go through more. But whatever evidence we can catch now and then validate later with paper documentation is even better. So I did just hear a sound like a man talking. My name's Matt. I come all the way from America just so I can get some information from you. If you want to communicate with me, please feel free to come by and stop by in here or throughout the night whenever I'm walking around here and talk to me. We're going to be here for a while. This is our new home. So if you want us to do anything for you, if you want us to be your friend, be friends with us, okay? Amelia, are you here? If you're here, could you please make yourself known by making a noise or maybe just talking? This video equipment I have, this is a camera, okay? It will allow you to be able to speak to it or to take your picture. So it's like a mirror, but it records it so it stays. So if you want to come show yourself, or maybe just come and scream or say something as loud as you can over here, we'll be able to hear you. If not you, anybody that feels like they want to come join me in this room, please do. I also have in my hand a device that will allow me to communicate with you. We can do yes and no questions at least. If you just reach your hand out to my hand by this little light, this little green dot, and we can make this move and maybe talk to each other as well. By the way, that's a motorcycle in the background. I like to document things like that, so if it is played back later on, then it's an explained sound or noise. Again, motorcycle. You must be having some fun. Some of you guys may know I ride motorcycles too. You can check it out on Facebook. I'll post my bikes every once in a while. Charlie, is there a Charlie here? Can you come forward and communicate with me? I'm all alone. No one's going to hurt you. If there's more of you than just one, then you have me outnumbered, so you shouldn't be afraid. And by the way, I am a Christian, and one thing that I'll just note real quick, if you're doing an investigation, especially if you're doing one by yourself, all right, it's always good for you to protect yourself. I'm definitely a man of prayer, so I always say a nice blessing. Ask for Jesus' protection from anything demonic or evil, because most of the things that we can't see, how can you tell? So might as well make sure and, protect yourself. Also working with Michelle Hare and a couple other mediums, I've learned how to ground myself. Love you, Michelle. I know you get mad at me because I don't ever do it, or I don't do it as often as I should, but maybe I'm just a man of faith and I'm kind of more leaned into that. Whoa. Can you say that again? I don't know if you just heard that. Right there. Can you tell me your name? That was a man's voice. You got to make sure for things like this. Look out in the car park. If there's nobody outside. Because if there is somebody outside, you might be picking up on their voices. Which I see no one outside. If you're trying to talk to me, can you please say it again? While I was talking to you, that's another thing. If you're talking or you're not paying attention sometimes, that's when they like to interact with you because they try to get your attention. So because I'm talking to you guys right now, it's possibly trying to get my attention. Alright, so on with the tour. I will show you around just a little bit more here. Alright, so we we have started to, some of the walls were down and out, beaten down. They were going to do some construction in here. This used to be a room. This was Amelia's room, so we're now building into the wall, and we're going to put another door here. That'll offer a room for, good seance. This room, we were told by a medium that came over from Dusk Till Dawn events, where she's done some work with them, and she's been around here for a couple of years, that this used to be a room that possibly some kind of experimentation on cadavers could have happened. She said she also had a vision of children cleaning up after the experimentations, blood, cleaning up blood, stuff like that. So again, well, we'll find out more in our research, but because of the way that this place has been left, you can see this will be all cleared out tomorrow. That's another thing we're doing. We're cleaning out all the junk in this place just to offer a safer and cleaner environment for other investigators. What was that? Hello? Are you trying to talk to me again? Can you make a noise, like bang on something? That way I know you're trying to get my attention. Again. Trying to get my attention. Alright. That was me. So, besides, doing some of the cleaning of the areas here, we are also fixing up the tower, which I'm going to take you there here in just a minute. This location is also pretty well known, especially in this room right here. This is the central room on the second level, as you guys say in Britain. We call it the third floor. But let's set this up here real quick. This floor in this room, we've had myself, personal experiences of being touched. I don't know if it's a male or female spirit, but the first few times I was here, it kind of would stroke my face or the back of my neck. That was kind of odd. But then one night I was here with Mysterious Paranormal events. We were doing the Englishman experiments, and I was walking in the center of this area, and some of the guests were sitting around. I got a measurement on the K2. I was just kind of checking it out. Next thing you know, I'm bent over, kind of doing my checks up and down, and I got a bump on my bum. So I thought our cameraman Chris was behind me and made a bump me on accident, and then instead something just completely grabbed me, just full on grab right on the bum or the butt, whatever you want to call it. Dude, right in the butt. Anyway, and next thing you know, it kind of stopped, but it freaked me out. To be honest though, whenever a spirit can touch you or to grab you in that case, it's an advanced spirit, so it's actually grown to be able to do things, which also means that it has the abilities. That's me, by the way, with my keys. It has the abilities to move things or to manifest itself, into an apparition form, which we have caught on tape here as well. And you will see that evidence in our episode coming up. And by the way, while I'm on that, sorry, because I know the episode's taking a while to get out, but Chris Ward is doing some amazing stuff. We could just throw some stuff out on film like this, and you could. Did you hear that? could just throw something out like this, but we want to bring you guys the best show possible. So he's doing some amazing things, and plus he's been sick this week, and we were going to finish it up. So I'm doing this kind of as a treat, just to kind of set your taste buds, just to get ready for the real thing. And then it's going to be rolling on from there. We just had an amazing meeting last week with a venue that you guys will not believe. It's been investigated before, parts of it, but it's never had full investigation, and we've got complete rights. S.P.I, Serious Paranormal Investigations, is the first team to be given full access and behind the scenes, and you're going to see what happens. I'm hoping it's going to be a good night. I'm pretty sure it will. So anyway, is there anybody in here right now that wants to communicate with me and talk to me? After I do this little walkthrough with you guys, we'll come back probably to this area or the room that's most active, and we'll do a spirit box session as well. But nice cam. It's a car. I just kind of want to do a little walkthrough here. Alright, so moving. Alright, in this corridor, our medium, she picked up on a gentleman that was walking around. You can see here there's some rooms. We hadn't really picked up on much on these two rooms. Me. Alright. But you never know. Alright. We got a light on in here. I had that on earlier. This right here. It's a nice closet area. Also kind of a, whoa. There's nothing on me. I just got touched. Was that you, Amelia? Always want to come down this freaking hallway. Not always, but like last weekend I was here all weekend and nothing touched me. Amelia, did you just touch me? You let me know you're here? That was like it just did this right across my ear and my face. I thought it was my hoodie for a second, that's why I was grabbing, but as you can see, my hoodie isn't getting anywhere near my ear. Uh-oh. Just hold my hand now. Hold on. Let me get this. Hold my hand. Are you trying to touch my hand? It's happened a couple of times, and I don't care how many times it happens, you still can't get used to that sometimes. Okay, got the chills like crazy right now. I think one of them, somebody's here. There's also children here. Actually, the apparition that we caught was actually a child, and they like to play games, I think. So, all right, so onward. This room is one of our favorites. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to put this down on the table. And flashlight down. But in this room, we have actually twice now caught apparitions here. One time it was an actual, I would say it could have been a full body, but due to the light spectrum, you're not sure. But for sure, it was from just below the shoulders up, and you can see, and you'll see on the episode, you can see the side of the head, the ear, the shoulders, and it starts to manifest itself, and then it forms and goes through this doorway right here, and then kind kind of goes up into the sky or into the ceiling. So, on the Facebook page, a lot of people will put up orbs and such and dust, and we do catch a lot of dust. And I know that some people's feelings get hurt when I tell them that, that it's not an orb, that it's actually dust or something. But it's just the facts, guys. I mean, trust me, I've seen some things before that really freaked me out, especially when we first started investigating and started doing stuff. I pretty much told Randy every time I saw some dust, there's an orb, but it's not, all right? So you got to learn the fact that light gets refracted through dust, just any kind of particles. If you've ever seen the sunlight come in on a spring morning and it's bright into a dark room, you'll see billions of particles, all right? So you can't get mad whenever I'm telling you that, it could be something else. So anyway, but we debunked the fact that this was not dust, and you'll see it for yourself. It's pretty amazing. That's definitely the first time I've ever caught an apparition. But shh, don't tell anybody. It's supposed to be a secret for the episode. Are there any children here that wish to play? I got a little toy here. Before I've come here, I've given you little toys to play with. I'm going to put this right here on the table. Okay, if you want, just come over here, put your hand near it, touch it. I believe this probably was the master bedroom. There's a nice fireplace here. Back in 1619, when King James VI was staying up in Tamworth Castle, which is just a stone's throw away, his son, the future monarch, King Charles I, stayed here, or at the time Prince Charles I. And this could have been the room he slept in. They did do an immaculate ceiling for him in his honor down in the gallery, which I'll take you to in a little bit. But you got some road noise in the background. If you want to communicate with me, I'd love to talk to you. What in the world is that? Excuse me, I'm just superior, so. It's mid-November. At least in the States, you wouldn't really see ducks around. I could have swore I just heard ducks outside quacking. Oh well. In the States, the ducks all go south for the winter, so I don't know where they go here when it's cold everywhere. Which is the other thing. You can usually use temperature variations as well to be able to detect paranormal activity or spirit, but in this environment, unless you have heat going or something, it's cold anyway. So, whoa. I just got touched again on my hand. You're trying to hold my hand again. I don't know why. Randy doesn't ever get touched. He gets headaches. Like, sometimes we'll be at a location, and as soon as we start getting activity or something, he'll get this huge migraine. I guess people get affected in different ways. Sometimes I get a little nauseated, but I'm getting touched a lot nowadays. I back in Kentucky, I didn't ever get physically touched or have any physical interaction, but since I've been here in the UK, I've been here since June. Now it's November. I'm starting to get touched a lot. It's crazy. What was that? if you're in here with me right now, can you do something and make a knock, like 3 knocks? Try to do the best you can, make any noise you can. Move something. I'm gonna be here all night, so don't be shy. Come on out and say hi to me, alright? I know you're already touching me, but I'd rather you make some noises so everybody else can hear it. Otherwise they just think I'm crazy getting touched by spirit. Okay. I'm not picking anything up on the K2 thus far, so that just shows me, and I did do a K2 sweep, we've done one before, and there is nothing that would trip it off except for an alarm system that was downstairs in the main hallway, or one of the main stairways, or back stairway, sorry, and scared the heck out of me, but we debunked that. So that's what you got to do. You always got to find the answers first before you can claim paranormal. This is an old kitchen. Right now we're using it for our tool shop as we do our work to try to help clean up the place and fix some of the damages here. This way we've got another bedroom. We actually picked up a pretty good EVP in here when I was asking some questions. As a matter of fact, that was on my very first investigation here. And then we have this kitchen here. I mean, a kitchen. Whoa. Bathroom or washroom, as you call it. One thing that I did want to ask, and if anybody on YouTube can maybe put in the message for me or comments, we've noticed in this place, and maybe it's because of back when it was an asylum, that there's bars on all the bathroom windows, and they're set in there pretty good. So it's not just regular fake bars. Not on any other rooms, just in the bathrooms. So Randy and I's conclusion might have been because a bathroom is a private place and probably didn't have an orderly or a nurse always with a patient, so they might have put bars there just to keep people from trying to escape or jump out. So if anybody knows what that could be about, just let me know, please. All right. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to take you where most people have not gone. It's kind of a freaky place, to be honest. But just beyond this door right here, all right, is a little known thing that you guys seen. It's called the Tower, known as the Tower. So we've been in the tower a couple times. The stairs are pretty rickety. It's kind of dangerous. We are going to repair those this weekend, so we'll be able to offer that to people who come to investigate. So, yeah, let's go. Let's quit talking. Oh, I forgot to lock these doors. Sometimes, whenever the Moat House has weddings and such here, guests like to try to sneak up here. So we have to lock everything up. This might be a second, because I don't know what key does what. Alright, obviously not that key. Okay, obviously not that key. I tell you what, I don't think she gave me the key for it. if I had a hairpin and enough time, I could probably pick this pretty easy, but okay. I'm gonna try one more. Well, tell you what, we'll just go around the other side. Alright. So we'll walk back through another K2 suite. Oh. Forgot something. Rule number 15. Never leave your equipment behind, because especially if it's in an area where other paranormal event companies come through, you're going to have guests that aren't always honest, and if they find a piece of equipment, they're going to keep it for themselves. Oh, by the way, so I walked through here last weekend, and I was with Randy. I was coming down this hallway, just turning around to come down this hallway, and this was in the day. And see if you can see where my hand is. All right. Right here on the edge of this wall, standing about right here, was I don't even know, it was just a shadow person. All I saw was like a black figure, and then it just went across and hid right behind that wall. And I'm not gonna lie, I jumped, and I told Randy that he was gonna go first. Which, by the way, he was also walking through here later that evening, and he got on the walkie-talkie and he yelled at me and said, keep talking to him. And I was like, what's going on? And he said that this couch moved. Something pushed the couch. So I'm going to try to trigger that response later too. I could film all night and bore you with all of this, but I know that it's not the best. So this will give us an opportunity to go through the second floor. All right, gotta shut this door. So down the stairs we go. Again, Spirit, if you want to communicate, I'm here. But we're coming in peace. So a beautiful bar here, and they're setting up. They have a function going on tomorrow. Wow, you can see my IR light all the way over there. So this is the ceiling that the Cumberford family had installed in honor of Prince Charles. And the king, I guess, that probably came through here as well. There are plenty of areas in here that have been activity reported. Hello? You know, some of the stuff can be caused just by the fact, you know, you're by yourself, so you will feel like you hear things and such, but in this place it's definitely unknown. So this, I was saying anyway, that they came and they put the coat of arms for the king here. I guess the wrong way around, huh? But the ceiling itself was installed 1619 time frame, so very old ceiling. This right here, I'm unsure exactly, but I think this may have been, because there's a few monk holes, as they call them here, and this was not probably original. They probably discovered it, and then this would have had wood paneling all around here. But when this was turned into a ward for the mentally insane, an asylum, let's just be blunt. Whoa. Hello? Hello? Wow, that was loud. I don't know if you guys picked up that. It's like something walking. Okay. Looks like something was walking up on me. Alright. There's our office. That we'll be sharing with Jill. Alright. So. This is one of the apartments. The upstairs actually used to be an old apartment, and this is the other apartment. This is where we've been camping the nights. Not the key. Use this for storage right now. Actually, it can be pretty nice when we get it set up and fixed up, which we thought about going ahead and doing. The S.P.I team has a place to, we stay the night, like I will tonight, in other areas. Which I've even thought about possibly staying up in the tunnel or in the tower. So anyway, it's got a kitchen. Like I said, all this will be cleaned up and cleaned out tomorrow. That'll be pretty much my job as Randy. And I'm finished installing all the security cameras. So this right here is one of the rooms. It's also active. We slept in this one last weekend. Just trying to see if we can get a response. Which I woke up in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. to music. It sounded like a harpsichord and a piano or an organ. I don't know. Not an organ per se, 'cause I know they didn't have organs back then. There you can see what in the Army we call cots or fold-up beds. That's what we're using to sleep on right now. But we are planning on putting up some beds so to offer a better sleeping experience for those who want to. All right, go up this hallway. Go on the stairway here.